Hi, my name is Scott from Breeze, and this is the Breeze RFID document management demo. Typically, document management solutions have dealt only with electronic documents. These are Word documents, PDF documents, and the like. In this demonstration, we'll show how we can use RFID technology and combine them with our document management software to provide that end-to-end solution, tracking both printed and electronic documents. We can do that using Magellans Technologies' RFID document tray reader. The document tray has a RFID reader built in, and the documents that we'll be using have RFID tags attached to the documents. So in this demonstration we have a fictitious company, and we have two workers in this company that we'll deal with. One is Jeff, and Jeff's job is to accept a printed document. A customer will fill in a form and pop the form into his in tray. He will then review that document and send it on to Sally. And Sally's job is to approve the document and then file it into the bookshelf. And we'll see how we can use the RFID hardware and together with our software to provide document management of these printed documents and also apply some workflow to those documents as they move throughout the office. So let's get started, and we'll put our first document into Jeff's in tray. We can see that now we have one unregistered document in our system. So this is a tag on the document that the system has not seen yet. So we will need to register that. And we do that through going to the document here. In this case it's just a tag ID, and we'll register that tag as a file. So we're going to be putting a little bit of metadata around that document. So we go through the registration process, giving that document a meaningful name. And that'll be the Breeze document tray info sheet. So we will click OK there and register that document. So what we'll see now if we go back to the home page is that sitting in Jeff's in tray is the Breeze document tray info sheet. For this demonstration we'll have two documents floating around, so let's go and pop a second document that the system hasn't seen yet into the tray. We'll go to unregistered tags, and here's the second document that we've popped into the tray. So we'll go through the same process and register that as well. And we'll give this a meaningful tag as well, which is the Breeze Bet System info sheet. So now we have two documents registered and sitting in Jeff's in tray. Moving back to the home page, we can see the system now shows those two documents are sitting in Jeff's in tray. So the purpose of the demonstration is to show document management and workflow. Now Jeff's workflow is to take that document and pop it into Sally's tray for approval. So we'll take both of those documents out of Jeff's tray, and we'll go and pop them into Sally's tray now. So popping those into Sally's tray, we'll refresh the system, refresh the page, and we should see now they've popped into Sally's in tray. More importantly, we can see that we've kicked off some workflow process, and this is a approval workflow that was built into SharePoint, and we can see that by dropping the physical documents into Sally's in tray, sending that information to SharePoint, we now have a workflow kicking off. So Sally will take the first document, let's say it's the Bet System document. She'll take that out, review it, and she likes what she sees, so she'll go and put that in the bookshelf for an approval. So let's go and put that into the bookshelf. So as we can see there, the document appears in the bookshelf and the workflow status has changed to approved. So we know that when Sally drops a document that its workflow process is in progress into the bookshelf, then Sally's approved that document, and only approved documents can go onto the bookshelf. So because this is document workflow, we also have the ability to send emails and raise alerts and those sorts of things as well. So if we go and have a look at our mail client here, we can see that just through that process we have Sally being the approver she gets the document awaiting approval email as soon as that document hits her in tray. Jeff also received an email when Sally dropped that document into the bookshelf. The document was approved. So we can see we've got that document management and workflow solution all combined with the physical documents moving throughout the office. So some of the other things we can do is, if Sally had the document info tray sheet, she didn't like what she saw, she could go and pop it back into Jeff's tray, and that kicks off another event in our workflow. So let's see what that looks like by dropping the document back into Jeff's in tray. So now that we've dropped it in the tray, we can see that the Breeze document tray info sheet in Jeff's in tray now has a workflow status of rejected. So the physical movement of the document out of Sally's tray into Jeff's tray is a meaningful event in our document workflow. So now that we have document management and workflow, we're able to utilize that to get the other benefits, such as the KPIs of what's happening in the business, or the key performance indicators. And here at a snapshot we can see that we have one document that's rejected, and that gives us a warning status, and we have one document that is approved. And again, that's a warning status because our goal is to get both of those documents approved. We have a green light on the unregistered documents, which means all the documents that have been put into the system have been registered and we know about them. So if a document came along that the system didn't know about, we would have that as an unregistered one. So Jeff now tries to work outside the document process. So he goes outside the workflow and he wants to drop that document straight into the bookshelf. So let's see what happens when Jeff does that now. So Jeff's gone and put the document straight into the bookshelf, and the reader in the bookshelf has picked it up, and we can see that the Breeze document tray info sheet is now in the bookshelf with a status of rejected. Now this is outside of our document management policies, or we only wanted documents in the bookshelf that had this status of approval. So we can see the workflow behind our system. If we went and checked our alerts and emails again, we can see that Jeff got the document not approved email, so this is when Sally dropped it back into his tray. So let's check Sally's email, and we can see that Sally has an alert saying an unapproved document has been placed on the bookshelf. So one benefit that we have now that our physical documents are in our document management solution is we can get a little bit more information about where that physical document is located. We can search for that document and it'll tell us that that document is in the bookshelf. We can also drill into the item here, and then we can look at the complete history. So we can see that the document left Jeff's in tray, went into Sally's in tray, came out of Jeff's in tray, back into the bookshelf, etc. We can also look at the workflows and see what's happened to this document as it's gone through the various approval processes. So in this demonstration, we've seen how we can combine RFID technology and document management solutions to track both electronic documents and physical documents throughout the office.